Hey warriors, welcome back to the channel. Most people think power comes from control, but Machiavelli knew real power begins in the mind. Because when you can't be controlled, you control everything. Look around, the world isn't ruled by the strongest or the kindest. It's ruled by the thinkers, the ones who see 10 moves ahead while everyone else is still reacting. In every era, strength fades, charm dies, but strategy endures. The ones who rise are those who think differently. They don't follow emotion. They don't get lost in noise. They observe, they calculate, they adapt. And when the rest of the world panics, they strike. Machiavelli once said, "The wise man does at once what the fool does finally." He meant that intelligence isn't about knowing more, it's about acting faster, seeing clearer, and thinking sharper. Because intelligence is the only form of power that cannot be stolen, copied, or destroyed. You either build it, or you remain under the control of those who did. But here's the truth most people never face. Your brain has been programmed to stay weak, to chase comfort, avoid pressure, and drown in distraction. You scroll through nonsense, argue over nothing, and wonder why you feel powerless. It's not because the world is against you, it's because your mind has stopped evolving. What if you could rewire it to think 10 times faster, to read people like open books, to predict outcomes before they happen, to become so mentally sharp that manipulation can't touch you? That's what I call cognitive edge conditioning, a system that turns your brain into a weapon of strategy, discipline, and control. It's not motivation, it's mental evolution. It's how you become unbreakable under pressure and unreadable in chaos. Because once your mind becomes stronger than your emotions, you stop reacting and start ruling. This is how you rise above manipulation, fear, and weakness, by mastering the one battlefield that matters most, your mind. Before we continue, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. My mind is my power. Number 1. Intelligence is the real power. True dominance doesn't come from control, it comes from understanding. When your mind is sharper than your environment, you no longer fight for power, you attract it. The intelligent don't need to prove themselves through noise or conflict. They let logic and precision speak for them. Intelligence isn't just knowledge, it's foresight. It's the ability to see beyond emotion, beyond illusion, and into the structure of reality itself. When you understand how people think, how they react, and what drives them, you can move through any situation like a chess player among pawns. Most people waste their energy trying to appear powerful, while the intelligent quietly study, adapt, and predict. They know that real power is silent. It doesn't shout. It observes. It calculates. It moves with intention, because when you can predict, you can control outcomes without ever appearing in control. Machiavelli once said, "There is no other way of guarding oneself against flattery than by letting men understand that to tell you the truth does not offend you." He wasn't merely speaking about honesty, he was describing intellectual superiority, the kind of mind that is immune to emotional manipulation. A strong mind doesn't crave validation, it seeks accuracy, and that's what makes it dangerous. The intelligent mind detaches itself from ego. It learns from insults, dissects failures, and transforms pressure into focus. Where others crumble under criticism, the intelligent sharpen their edges. Because every test, every mistake, every betrayal becomes information, a data point for mastery. This is why intelligence is feared. The manipulator can deceive emotion, but not reason. You can trick someone who feels too much, but never someone who thinks deeply. When you train your cognition, you become untouchable. Not because you know everything, but because nothing surprises you anymore. Every move you make is deliberate. Every silence has meaning. Every reaction from others becomes predictable. This is what separates thinkers from followers. The intelligent move like shadows, quiet but decisive. They understand timing, perception, and human psychology. They can guide a conversation without speaking much, redirect conflict without confrontation, and gain influence without force. Intelligence creates leverage, and leverage creates freedom. When your mind understands how systems, people, and incentives work, you stop playing the game. You design it. That's when life begins to bend in your favor, not because you manipulate others, but because you master yourself. Intelligence is self-control. It's awareness. It's the discipline to pause when others panic, to analyze when others react, and to act only when the timing is perfect. The intelligent mind sees opportunity in tension and calm in chaos. It never lets emotion steer the wheel, because emotion blinds. Logic sees. That's why the intelligent can remain calm while everyone else burns. They've trained themselves to detach from momentary feelings and connect to long-term consequences. The fool speaks to be heard. The intelligent speak to direct. The fool reacts to every threat. The intelligent designs the threat. And when the intelligent move, it's not noise, it's strategy. Remember this: every word you speak, every choice you make, every emotion you allow is either strengthening or weakening your cognitive power. Protect your mind like a kingdom, because it is one. Sharpen it every day, challenge it, feed it pressure. Observe the world not for comfort, but for understanding. Because once you learn to think like no one else, you'll never be treated like everyone else. Machiavelli said it best: a man who wishes to act entirely up to his professions of virtue soon meets with what destroys him among so much that is evil. In other words, intelligence is not about being good, it's about being wise enough to survive. And those who survive the longest are the ones who think the deepest. Now, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. My intelligence is my weapon. Number 2. Cognitive edge conditioning. This is the method that creates cognitive advantage. A 6-phase mental system designed to sharpen your mind under pressure, predict outcomes before they happen, and dominate every situation. By training your brain deliberately, you become faster, clearer, and impossible to manipulate, turning intelligence into unstoppable power. Let's break it down. Step 1. Create cognitive tension. Comfort is the quiet killer of brilliance. If you want a sharper mind, you must engineer pressure into your life until thinking becomes reflex, not refuge. Cognitive tension is not pain for the sake of pain. It is deliberate resistance that forces the brain to build new circuits, faster associations, and ruthless clarity. Start by redesigning your daily environment so it continually asks more of you than you expect. Choose tasks that strain your focus.